Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Melinda's, it is the Ghost Pepper Hot Honey. So I've done a few other Melinda's products. This is, in fact, the final. So I've done 4 other ones. I've done another Hot Honey playlist for that. I've done 2 ketchups. Those are in the Everything Else playlist. And of course, their Louisiana style cayenne sauce, which is in the Hot Ones playlist. If you would care to peruse any of those, I don't care what label copy. This obviously does not look like honey. If you saw this on the shelf and didn't see this, you would probably think it was a hot sauce. So I believe the other one was cayenne or habanero. I can't remember which one. It is in the playlist if you want to see it, but I kind of have an issue with this. I kind of do, because I like honeys to be honeys, and discoloring them like this suggests to me that they are less honey forward than I would want. So we have Colombian honey. We have apple cider vinegar. Always a negative mark in my book. Ghost pepper mash. And sodium benzoate. Delicious sodium benzoate. Yum, yummy, yum in my tummy. Alrighty, let's open this thing up. And let's screw it back on. And okay, this comes pre-cut for your convenience. And there you go. So the main question here, the other one was more, it worked okay on the peanut butter and peanut butter muffins, which will not actually be in this video, but it definitely did stray away a lot from honey. This I expect to do the same as well, but should be slightly hotter, I would hope, anyway, with the ghosties in there. The other one did have sort of a ishy, apple cider vinegar to it that I didn't love. And I thought the other one had to keep refrigerated, but I don't see it on here, so you shouldn't need to do that with honey. Honey tends to be pretty stable. I mean, it looks like a hot sauce. I've never seen honey with this coloration ever. I mean, it's possible this is the normal color. I mean, I guess maybe. See, there are some pepper seeds up top as well. But I guess the big question is, how hot do it go? And we're gonna find out right now. Oh, this is brutal. Yuck. Salt, vinegar, a little bitter, super hot in there as well. Vague honey-ish flavor. It gets a legit one. I'm giving it a legit one right now. Happily, it does have a little bit of a punch to it. I am pleased to note that. But like the other products, the non-hot sauce products I've had from Melinda, chicken tendy here, by the way, I find that there's some reservations I have. The ketchup, for instance, is very clovey. Why? Who the fuck knows? This hot honey tastes like a honey, basically like a honey hot sauce, or a hot sauce with honey in it, more so than a honey with peppers. So they're suggesting pizza. I will try some pizza. I don't expect it to be good, but I will try it there. Fried chicken is one of their suggestions. It's fine. I like me a good sweet hot on chicken, a good sweet hot sauce. I think this fits in fine there. I do appreciate that there's a bit of a punch to this. I'll give it a good solid, a good woody, legit one. Heat and flavor find themselves unequally footing. Sure, except the flavor is not great. Beverages, probably not. Marinades, sure. Glazing meats and vegetables. I mean, I guess you could. You know, the more savory applications, this actually will be fine for. I would not make a cup of tea and throw this in here because it would ruin my cup of tea. I just don't. I mean, just call it a honey hot sauce. Like, why are we pretending here? Honey has a fairly distinctive taste for the most part. And when people buy this, I'm assuming they're not expecting a violation of honey. And I get that, you know, you want to be different and stuff. I feel like, though, to some degree or another, you at least have to be somewhat good. You know, the other thing is I don't know who this is for. Who are we making this for? It's in lots of Walmarts and grocery store shelves, and I mean, great. Melinda's is making a nice push. You know, good for them. As in the case of the ketchup, I guess for me, I just really wish they understood the product that they were trying to recreate. You know, just throwing any old shit in a nice bottle and then slapping a label on it. Just, I mean, the product itself is so-so. Like, it's not, I wouldn't call it a honey, but as just a product to have, like on savory stuff, like I said, I will. They want me to try it on pizza, I'll try it on pizza. I think it would probably be acceptable there as it was acceptable here. But it's not a honey. And definitely not a good honey. It is honey-ish, honey adjacent, if you will. But it's to me, this like I said, is more of a hot sauce with honey in it than a honey with chili. And why they chose this, I don't know. If you look through the honey playlist, there's a lot of honeys in there that were really enjoyable. The ones that universally were the most enjoyable examples of a hot honey were the ones that retained the honey identity. This one, to me, doesn't particularly. Neither did his predecessor. So, I mean, it's fine. The peanut butter is going to drown out most of the offensive characteristics. I will be able to get some heat finally in my peanut butter English muffins, so I'm pleased about that. The flavor of this, though, is it is something I kind of need to mask a little bit because I don't think this is like that. That spoon was not pleasant. That was not a pleasant thing all by itself. Definitely, this is not a standalone, where you just kind of saying, oh, I could use a little snack. How about a spoonful of honey? This is not it. This needs to go, like I said, especially pair it with more savory stuff. You're probably fine. Trying to use it like a 1-to-1 for an actual honey, it's not successful in my book. And we'll just leave it there. It does have some very, like I gave it a legit 1-3 eat. It definitely does have some very acceptable punchiness to it. And a little bit of a mixed bag, I guess, overall. Would I get it again? No. And we'll just leave it right there. So that was the Melinda's Ghost Pepper Hot Honey. Now go forward in peace to serve the flame.